So today we're going to show you the Predator 460. It's an intermediate stump grinder, and we're going to show you some of the features on it and the reason why we like it, and the reason why either if you're in the contract stump removal or tree service business that you should probably have this machine, and if you're a customer, well, why you should look at using us. So we're going to show you now taking it off of the truck. You'll get to see the hybrid system working. Now it's got a 25 horsepower petrol engine, and the petrol engine attached to a hybrid system is very important. It's the fact that it doesn't have a clutch on it. When you turn the engine on, those teeth start running, and obviously that can be quite dangerous if you're then trying to take the machine off of the back of the truck. The teeth can hit anything. So I'll show you how it works. We'll get it off the truck. Key on, handbrake off, this button here. So, no teeth running, no danger. Another thing you'll notice is that it is a fairly long machine, but it's also quite thin, 75 centimeters. So we found you can get it in most places, through most accesses, and you can shorten the length of the machine by using this lever here. And you can still run the hybrid system with that lever up. So that's one way you can get it into some of the smaller areas. So let's do it. Just one thing before we go any further. Come round this side. Obviously you'll have noticed it's actually quite slow. Only about 2.5 miles an hour. So if you want it to, just pull that out, and that disengages the drive. You can then push it if you're on a flat surface. Obviously if you're on wet grass, you're not going to want to be pushing this thing. It does weigh about 230 kilos, so now you can start the stump quite high. It will go all the way up to there, so you don't necessarily, if you don't want to, or you don't have to get rid of the log, you can start from this sort of height. We'll do that and just show you how it goes. taken care of the 3 Leylandii stumps, quite large stumps, about 2.5 foot diameter, with a root spread of at least 3 or 4 feet. That took care of them quite nicely. The swivel turntable on that does have a 4 foot radius, so you can, as you'll have seen me there using before, you can without having to move the machine reach quite a long wide section. Obviously you can see I'm a little bit out of breath. That's because although it is a low fatigue, it's certainly not a no fatigue. For that you'd need a remote control stump grinder. But all in all, you can get, with this machine, you can get stumps twice the size finished in half the time, when you compare that to a 13 horsepower machine, the type of machine that you'd be buying from, I don't know, Hyundai or eBay, for example. Sell a few. We used to use those types of machines, but I found that using this Predator machine, we're getting work done twice as quickly. That's making us more profitable, but also it's making us more competitive. So we're able to provide lower cost for the customer, and it also benefits us. As you can see here, it goes down to 38 centimeters in depth. So that's that all the way out there. Goes further down. The only limitation that you'll find is obviously you can't go that close to a fence. So you can see the edge, very edge of the stump there. Just because you can't get that much closer, you've got the safety guard here that prevents that, and really you don't want to be taking that off. It's there for a reason, and as well, God forbid anyone walked in front of the machine, which is a real no-no. Put health and safety first. But the only other thing I'll say is, with the hybrid system, here's the battery, and obviously it does power it. The machine does charge up the battery, but you'll find if you've got to walk a long distance with this machine, maybe up hills, down hills all day, and they're only small stumps, so it's not getting a lot of chance to recharge the battery, you will need to charge this battery when you get home as well, because otherwise, you know, the battery doesn't always last if you're having to walk it around quite a lot. But apart from that, very good machine. So should you go for a machine like this? Well, I would say definitely, if you can afford it, it's definitely worth its money. You do have to be doing quite a lot of work with this machine for it to pay for itself, otherwise you might as well just go for the small 13 horsepower machines. But if you're a medium to large tree company, this is definitely a machine for you. And also, if you're a customer, should you use this? Absolutely you should.